Here we are. This is Derek A. Quality Garage Doors. This is Rudy right here. We're looking at a LiftMaster, but under the Craftsman name, basically by the Chamberlain Company. And we're looking at a chain drive model. I just want you to see a little bit of evidence. We got some black powder there, some metal dust. So the situation is this: opener is losing its limits. So the problem is sometimes what we do is consider what's going on in here. We get here and we notice that the gear is okay, but and then there's no metal dust here, no metal dust here. The only last culprit is the potential for this particular part of the housing to have failed altogether. And when this part of the housing fails, what happens is this whole entire area tends to move. But it moves so much that the sprocket itself here moves away from the limiter, which is right here. And so and that part runs with the entire limit assembly, this particular spindle here. So if during the case of motion the sprocket up above pulls too hard, it'll actually move this away from the limiter. If you can see that, it moves it away from the limiter just with its push-pull force and or inertia. So what we need to do is we need to basically loosen the chain. I like to hold the chain up so it doesn't flop onto the door down here. So I hold it up here and loosen it entirely, okay, so that we can view. Yeah. So we can view it, how much of play we have here, and that's an awful lot of play. Rudy, can you hold this camera stable?
Oh,
That's okay.
hold.
Just hold the camera stable. I'm shaking and doing all that here. Thank you. So can you see it clearly? So and the most amount of play will happen from here forward. Oh, you can back up a little bit. Oh, do you get a better? Look at that. See, but that's how much play it is. It won't go side to side as much as it'll go back and forth because it's getting more pull from the chain and the push-pull force and just the tension all together. So what's happening is it's simply wearing out the back part of that housing. So what we're going to need to do is replace it with this part here inside of the replacement part. That's actually this one. This new housing here, by removing the entire chain and sprocket or gear and sprocket assembly, and then replacing this housing in that as well. So we're going to do that right now, and I'll show you the difference in the amount of play